Guys, deluded. Let me pattern that for you, man. Let me say that again. Anyways, guys, deluded. Man United 2, Arsenal 1. Still searching for our waypoints in 2018. That was probably our best performance away from home. So it's a game of mixed emotions. But let's crack on. Going into the game, we know all our eggs are firmly in the Atletico Madrid basket. You lot saw my video, the latest one, I believe, shortly before this one come out. Well, couple of hours. We knew we were going up to Manchester with a reduced squad. Lacazette, Wilshere, Ramsey, and all them other first team players or players that play on a regular basis, apart from Xhaka, Monreal, Kola technically, Aubameyang's eligible, so he came. So it was a lot of inexperienced players that went up to Manchester United, and a lot of us, me included, thought we were going to hold a beating, like maybe not an 8-2, but hold a mad one, purely because we've seen this before. Mixed a squad with many changes, inexperienced in a big pitch like United, fans on top of them. It could have got long in it. So yeah, no Ozil as well. Welbs is on the bench too, so we knew it was a game where it's Arsenal United. I don't need to sit here and explain to you. If it was me, the majority of the players would have been playing. Can't wait for the new manager personally to realise that players can actually play more than once a week. Some have only played once in the last 3 weeks. But yeah, man, we knew it's about saving face today. It's about patterning. It's about damage limitation. If we're going to lose, it's not a case of them dumb goals we've conceded typically. We lose to the better men or some stuff like that. So yeah, going into the game, well, when the game started, I must admit, definitely, first 10 minutes, I was looking at this because of the side. We're going into this. We need to have a battle every 10 minutes. What I mean by that is 40 minutes, right? Well, 45 plus added on. Disregard that for a sec. There's 4 10-minute battles. We need to win the first 10. I actually think we did all right there, to be honest. We had to withstand a lot of pressure. They were doing things, but our defence cleared their lines. We were showing a willingness to be on the ball and stuff like that. I definitely wasn't as nervous as I thought I would have been going into the game. I see Nelson, although I felt we were a bit too narrow in the game on a big pitch like Old Trafford, with good crosses on the pitch like Valencia and Young on the other side. Both sides, both fullbacks and wingers, we could have made the pitch utilise the flanks a bit more. That being said, I felt we had a lot of joy with Bellerin down the right-hand flank, at least in the first 10. As the game went on, United were having chances. They were getting in behind, they were scaring us, but it was definitely a better performance collectively than you would have thought. Like, people were confident, people were trying to do things. We rid our luck. Many a time we rid our luck. Many a times, at times, complicated things, overplaying. Xhaka got let off once. Kola didn't have the best of games, especially in the first half. But we looked dangerous on the counter. Mkhitaryan, 6th minute or so, we looked dangerous on the counter. Bellerin put in a couple balls that weren't quite good enough, and De Gea was collecting them. He's a world-class keeper. Nelson, 14th minute or so, he took an effort, and he did a little trick, and then he took an effort. It was a dead shot at the end of the day, but you don't mind that. But then, I talked about winning your 10-minute battles. We won the first 10. We didn't win the other 10. Because shortly after that opportunity, Nelson, we could say it's a foul. I think it's a foul. Either way, we're doing several things wrong. People are not tracking runners. Yes, the media and everyone are going to blame Xhaka, but it's Xhaka and Maitland-Niles. And in fact, even the wingers, nobody's tracking anyone. Pogba reacts, and you saw me tweet, we need to follow our runners. Do you know how much space Young had in that whole game? On another day, it could have been different. But Alexis, thank God Alexis ain't the one to score. Look, you see him smiling. No law, he was ready to celebrate, do the knee slide and bring his dogs on the pitch and them things. He hits the post, or Chambers hits it into the post or whatever. Pogba reacts. It's 1-0 to them at this point, and you think the floodgates might open up, but credit to us, we kept playing, we kept doing stuff. I don't know if United were trying to go easy on Wenger or something, but it's like I saw Pogba do it, I saw Matic do it. It's like a reluctance to go forward and kind of kill the game off sort of thing. They were kind of happy. It's like, because of the reduced team, they always knew they were kind of going to win sort of thing. And in hindsight, when they've walked away with the 3 points, you can't argue if that was their thinking. I felt our midfield definitely played a bit better than I thought they would. So yeah, man, like I said, probably if I'm looking for bright sparks, it's probably Mkhitaryan, Maitland-Niles are getting lively. Nelson's not having the best of games, but he's putting himself about. Aubameyang's anonymous. It's not really a game where we're going to have the lion's share of possession and be able to clip him over the top, and he is by himself. In that regard, it's just a game where he's just going to spend 90 minutes chasing lost causes, working the channels and things of that nature, to be fair with you. So yeah, man, I'm so sure 35th minute Aubameyang could have done better with a header, forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we're 1-0 down at half time. A couple efforts we should have taken and got an equaliser. I believe Mkhitaryan had an effort. It just whistled past De Gea. But yeah, you're going into half time. at the end of the day, we're losing. At least I believe we're losing at this point. We're losing, but it's definitely a better performance, especially when you look at things like the centre half pairing of Chambers and Mav. They've hardly played. Mav is making his debut. They both played better in that 45 minutes than we've seen Mustafi and Koscielny, apart from the Spurs game at the Emirates, in big games probably, to be honest with you. They didn't look like that. Man to a man, they tried. Apart from Kola, really and truly, I was actually quite happy with everyone's performance. Ospina to a degree as well. So yeah, man. We stayed. What can I say? We rid our luck going into the second half. We rid our luck. We rid our luck essentially. Wait, did we score in the second half? Yeah, we did. We rid our luck a lot of times in the second half, but we came out with the same mentality. If I can remember correctly, Xhaka, elite mentality, fixed up for making a mistake. He played in Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan does the rest against his former club. De Gea doesn't really have a clue. He's caught flat-footed and it's 1-1 at this point. And to be honest, we deserve that. To be honest, like I said, it's our best performance away from home. Like, these players could really give a lot of the senior players and players that were rested a run for their money based on that 90 minutes. So you can't say we didn't deserve the goal, to be honest, at 1-1. We rid our luck at 1-1 at times. You could tell United were going to score. They had, throughout the game, I believe they had about 8 corners. In the first half, it's like corner after corner after corner after corner. And we were withstanding a lot of pressure, and we were getting a luck of it. Fellaini or Rashford, whoever put it in, it was offside. Couple opportunities United players could have done a bit better. Couple scrabbles in the box, we were just managing to get clear, and it looked like we might leave with a point. But Jose, master tactician, whether people say he's falling off or not, they bring on their secret weapon, Fellaini. It's a long ball. Xhaka's wrong-footed. He's never going to beat Fellaini in the air. I actually believe Mav, who's having a good game, it's his debut, so you have to allow him. I actually believe, at least if I remember correctly, I watched the goal again, he's actually playing everybody on side. If we're critical, Iwobi's hammy's gone, there's no substitution, so he's just on the pitch for the sake of it at this moment. If he was fit or his hamstring weren't gone, he might have closed down Ashley Young. But it's an excellent cross from Ashley Young, to be honest with you. In fact, what am I talking about on another day, he might have troubled us. I told you, like I said, I tweeted, we need to close these men down, but it's cruel, but that's football. On one hand, like I said, similar to the Atletico game, man to a man, I can't really fault the performance. I call for passion and heart in these games, and while we came up short ultimately, the Atletico feels like a defeat, I can't fault you. But at the same time, 2 goals that really and truly, the second one I'm not going to be harsh because fatigue was there and we can cherry pick it, but the first one definitely could have been avoided way before people are going to blame Xhaka. But on the third hand, if we can get one, it's better. It's a better performance and a better result than we thought most Arsenal fans wouldn't like to admit, but would admit that we were seeing going to Old Trafford. We saw a very young squad and we thought they were going to get battered. Credit to these fringe players, to be honest. Chambers, Maitland-Niles, Mav. A lot of them put themselves in the manager or the new manager's thoughts wherever you are. I know you're going to manage this club. You've put yourselves in the thoughts. Maitland-Niles, he's been a bit booky in midfield. He's a player I like, and I've told you guys, a bit booky in midfield. He came of age today. One of the best players on the pitch, if not there. And you could see Pogba applauding him and spending time to chat to him. So yeah, only thing he probably did wrong is probably could have had a better effort with his left foot. And if we're harsh, him and Xhaka both are centre mids. They both could have closed down my man. I personally feel Iwobi even had a better game this season today as well, to be honest. I've been very critical of him. Ultimately didn't score the assist, but he ran his socks off to the point where he bust his hammy. Thought he had a decent game, man. I felt all of them, I can't really fault them. Ospina really, if I'm harsh, really should be doing better for the second goal, if I'm honest with you. A top keeper probably pips that up and he's not even jumping at the right height, so I don't know what my man's doing with the thing. You can see Fellaini's there, but that's neither here nor there. Credit to United, they won at the end of the day. Like I said, man, the defeat it is a defeat, but I'm not really stressed, if I'm honest with you. Only time will tell if resting these players was perfect, was worth it, and was the perfect choice to take today, because you've got 90 minutes where your season relies on it now, and probably the outlook in the transfer market to a degree because it's overplayed, and several things could happen as a result of getting or not getting Champions League. So we'll see on Thursday. But for now, guys, deluded. Manchester United, congratulations. 2, Arsenal 1. And now I'm off to check my WhatsApp because no doubt these United fans are chatting nonsense. But until we meet again, United, say 9.